Welcome to Bucks Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Bucks out in Denver tonight and lose a tough one by 10, 127-117 is the final. That's the fifth game of the Western road trip. Bucks have been gone for 10 days and a chance to come back with a winning record and fall just short. So 2-3 on this trip. Craig Kashan in the studios here in Milwaukee. Tough one here for the Bucks, playing extremely shorthanded. They learned yesterday that they're going to lose Dame Lillard for quite an extended period of time, it would appear now, as he gets treated for blood clots. And Giannis Antetokounmpo also did not play in tonight's game with a foot sprain as well. So the Bucks coming in here without their two superstars. We've got Marcus Johnson sticking around for a few minutes here on Bucks Live to talk about this game. And Marcus, the Bucks didn't have their two superstars, but Nikola Jokic does return for the Nuggets after missing the last 5 games, and he squeaks out another triple-double, number 30 on the season, but clearly he was running that freight train tonight.
What a remarkable player, Craig. You know, I've been fighting, giving him the title as the best center of all times, and I'm not sure if I'm willing to go that far. But statistically, there's no question. He puts up numbers like nobody else, and he did that tonight. And the way he passes the basketball to his cutters, the way he can finish inside, just makes him a handful against you defensively. Brook is so used to trying to protect the basket, and even when you do that, when you gang up on him, the shooters find those open lanes. And he was just he was Nikola Jokic. He's a 2 or 3 time MVP, whatever it is. There's a reason for that, and he is one of the best players in the world right now, hands down. And I thought that was the big difference. He made the plays for his team down the stretch. Bucks didn't have Giannis, didn't have Dame. They're 2 playmakers in crunch time, and I thought that was a big difference in terms of this 10-point defeat, which was a lot closer than the final score indicated.
Yeah, I agree 100% on that. When you look at the score, it certainly, especially shorthanded as Milwaukee was here in this one. They were down 15 early in this game and slowly made their way to come back here in this one. Actually took the lead midway through the third quarter, but as soon as they took the lead, the Nuggets answered on a 13-1 run. That's part of the fast break plus, if you will, for the Nuggets here. They had a 20-5 advantage on fast break points. And you look at a guy along the way, too, and Christian Braun. You talked about him during the game. This youngster is really starting to shine, and he was a big part of this as well.
Well, they are number 1 in fast break points in the league for a reason, averaging just under 20 points a game. They get 20 points tonight, so that's par for the course of them. You can see they have a great ability to leak out, get behind the defense. They're a very unselfish basketball team. And with Jokic, with Ben Brown, with Michael Porter Jr., with Peyton Watson, they've got some tremendous finishers in transition. And, would have liked to see the Bucks get a few more points in transition, but that's not the kind of game that Doc Rivers wanted to play, wanted to kind of muck it up, make it as much of a half-court game as possible, which didn't really play out in the first half. Both teams well over 60 points. But Denver's fast break, those fast break points turned out to be that advantage, 15-point advantage on fast break points in a game like this is just tough to overcome.
We talked about it in the pregame show, Marcus, the balanced scoring the Bucks had in the win against the Nuggets in Denver back in February. They had 6 players in double-figure scoring, and who would have thought with Dame and Giannis out tonight, they make it one better. They have 7 players in double-figure scoring. They also have 30 assists tonight and still somehow lost this game.
Well, look, man, I'm from Crenshaw High School. We don't believe in moral victories, but this was a moral victory tonight. Without Giannis, without Dame, you see the kind of balance. Brook took him there, held him there, held it close, kept them from getting separation, Denver, in that first half. Then other guys did a tremendous job stepping up. You see all the double-figure scoring. Ryan Rollins was huge, especially in the fourth quarter. Great to see A.J. Green get his strokes back. Gary Trent Jr. was productive. And then Pat Connaughton didn't get double-figure scoring, but made some really great plays in this game. So I was impressed with the effort, with the energy, with the competitive spirit of this game. And I think for Doc Rivers and his staff, all you want is for your team to come out and compete. And we knew going in it was an uphill struggle because of the talent that the Nuggets have on the floor. And for the Bucks to keep it as close as they did for as long as they did, is a testament to how hard and how well these guys played. Just didn't have enough in the end to get them over the hump, but that's the way the game goes on this level.
Yep, they were hunting for a way to win without their superstars and came close here tonight. Marcus, thank you. And we're going to take a break, come back with more here on Bucks Line Postgame. We're going to hear from Doc Rivers on the way as well. Also going to go over Brook Lopez's game, plus get you set for the Bucks coming back home for a 3-game homestand starting Friday. All right, Bucks close out their road trip with a loss at Denver here tonight, 127-117. Brook Lopez, 24 points to lead that balanced scoring attack for Milwaukee. Also had 2 threes in this one. And then down the stretch, he had some very big block shots as well, so playing both ends of the court. 127-117, the final. Denver over Milwaukee here tonight. Doc Rivers, he was heated late in the game. He'll talk about this one coming up next. All right, Bucks fall to the Nuggets. The Indiana Pacers also fall to the Lakers. So Bucks don't lose any ground here tonight. Still, what will actually be 2 full games behind the Pacers. The Pistons slide up ahead of the Bucks here for now as well. Here's Doc Rivers following the loss to the Nuggets.
Second game in a row that feels like you're a little upset with the officiating to close the game. Just what did you see tonight?
What did you see?
Looked like there was some contact in transition on AJ Green.
Right. I don't think it was any doubt, right? So I'm not going to say it. The media said it.
Just how frustrating can that be?
It's really frustrating when you play that hard and what officials don't make. I mean, it was 3 minutes left in the game, but it's a 6-point game, and we got 4 and 2 numbers. We're at least going to get a layup or a 3, and the way we're shooting the ball, it's probably going to be a 3-point game. Instead, it goes to a 9-point game, and so the game in a lot of ways is over. And so you're right that it was an absolute foul, and you're right, it was a game-changing call, game-changing no call. I wish I had said that. I'm glad you said it.
I guess just for you, Brook, 26 points, has Jokic. Just what do you think?
Brook was great all night. 26 points. A lot of the times he wasn't on Jokic, was on Jokic, worked his butt off. I thought Ryan was phenomenal tonight. Gary Trent, AJ Green. We had a lot of good contributors tonight. Made a lot of mistakes early in the game defensively. I think they scored their first 9 or 10 times. Then after that, I thought we got our legs under us and we really competed. So no gripes with our guys. Obviously we're severely undermanned, but we had a chance to win that game on the road in Denver, probably the toughest place in the league to play. I couldn't be more proud of our guys right now.
You went with KPJ to start tonight. Ryan had started 3-4 games ago. Just what was behind that decision?
Yeah, I just thought KPJ could just make plays, and he did that. And then Ryan came in and made plays himself, so that was great. I thought that position was really good for us overall.
I was gonna say, with Ryan coming off the bench, what did you maybe like? It's a really efficient night for him.
Yeah.
Was it defense, offense? Kind of what was he doing there?
No, I thought he just played great. He played downhill. He didn't force much. That was another one. It was a clear goaltend on his layup, and that was confirmed as well. These are 2 big plays, 5 minutes left in the game that didn't go our way. So, but I thought everyone just really played good basketball for us.
You had mentioned the shooting. What did you like about maybe the shots that you were getting? I know sometimes you can get good shots and they go in, or get bad shots and they go in, but the fact that you're getting those shots tonight.
Yeah, I thought where we lost the game, I told our coaches we had to make about 4 to 5 more threes than them tonight. And I thought if we did that, we would win the game. And I think it was a dead heat, right? So that might have been the difference. Thanks, guys.
All right, that's Doc Rivers following the loss to Denver. 3-game homestand starts Friday against the Knicks. We'll take a look at it coming up. 10-point loss in Denver for Milwaukee. So back home after the long road trip to face Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. Bucks still looking for their first win against New York on the season. You see his numbers here tonight. They actually lost to the Clippers, the Knicks did here tonight. Cat had 34 and 14 in that loss for the Knicks. So our coverage of that one begins at 6:30 coming up Friday in Milwaukee. First of 3 straight at home for the Bucks. Only 10 games remaining in the regular season. Bucks have some work to do to regain home court advantage in the Eastern Conference standings. We'll see if it all starts on Friday night against the Knicks. 127-117, Denver over Milwaukee. See you again right here on Friday night.